Good afternoon, everybody. Dan DeFedericis, Saratoga Report. I'm here with a first-time guest on this little segment, Nick Stanislowsky, Nicholas Stanislowsky. He's the general manager of Strike Zone, the bowling center on Ballston Avenue in Saratoga Springs. And what he's here to talk about is Strike Zone is way more than a bowling center. I bet most of you don't even know what they offer here. And Nick, how you doing this kind of cloudy, maybe rainy morning?
Cloudy, rainy mornings are great for bowling. Everything is great, and thanks for having me on, Dan.
Yeah, you're right, and that's one point. I'll jump ahead. The reason we've known each other long before a relationship with Saratoga Report is every cloudy day, every 88, 90-degree day, I'm there with my kids because you've got air conditioning, you've got ways for them to burn energy in the indoors when I can't get them outside or when it's 5 degrees outside in the winter. I love the Strike Zone. I've been a fan for a long time. And then something I found out only a while back was you're standing in a very specific room in the Strike Zone that some know about and some don't. Where are you and what is it?
Right now, I'm in our VIP suite. It's a private boutique area. It's got 6 private lanes, private bar, private entrance, and private restroom. So you can rent this room out for a group of 12 or a group of 60 and come and have a great time and be all by yourself.
And you and I talked a little bit. You've had some of the typical things there, maybe a 40th birthday party, a 25th anniversary, where the people want all their friends just to have fun rather than stand around a restaurant. I think you mentioned bar mitzvahs, graduation parties. What's the most unusual event that's been held in that room?
Oh, geez. Bar mitzvahs, they're very interesting. They're a lot of fun.
Okay.
But I think an after wedding party. Her name was Hillary Scott, and she is the lead singer of Lady Antebellum.
Okay.
The room,
Wow.
and she had her interior designers come in, and they had fake trees everywhere. It was absolutely amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, that's great. Is any of that on your Facebook page or anywhere? I'd like to follow up on that.
Unfortunately, we had to sign a lot of paperwork to make sure that nobody knew that they were going to be here. So we
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. And you touched when we talked the other day. There's a SPAC connection to that room at times, right?
Yeah, a lot of the bands from SPAC actually come over when they get done with their shows. They park their tour buses out in our back parking lot that a lot of people don't even know we have. And then they come in the side entrance, and people in the normal area don't even know they're here. So Lady Antebellum, Florence and the Machine, Fish come. And Fish is the only one that's a little bit different. Typically, they go out to the normal area as well. Last year, they paid for everybody in the building's bar bill as well as everybody's bowling for the night. So yeah, it was.
Oh man, that's great. Under the radar, nobody knows those things until now. They heard it here on Saratoga Report. And so someone wants to have a 40th birthday for their spouse. They can rent it. What's the typical time period? And obviously they get a hold of you or somebody at Strike Zone. What's the typical setup? You've got the private bartender. Could you expand on that?
Sure. You rent the room. It's a 2.5 hour block. Comes with unlimited bowling as well as the shoes. Fully staffed with a private bartender and fully decorated. Your choice of linen colors, balloon colors, music choice. Soda and juice are also included. So the only extras are going to be food and alcohol. The room rental is $550 for the 2.5 hours. And again, it doesn't matter if you have 15 people or 50 people. It's going to be the same price. So
That
come on in and bowl as much as you'd like.
that is I didn't know, and I wasn't going to ask you the price on here. To me, that's extremely reasonable. Because I've got kids. My wife just turned an age ending in 0. I'll leave it at that. So I've got some experience in calling venues and finding out, and that's an extremely reasonable price. And yeah, obviously the food and beverage are going to be on top of that, but that's still I'm pretty impressed with that. So folks, give it a look. And if you're there, Nick or his staff would be happy to give you a peek as long as there's not an event going on in that room. Take a look at it. I think that's a great room for any sort of party, whether it's a kid or an adult or a group, what have you. Take a look at it. But you've also got, talking about kids, we touched on it earlier, you've got a lot for the kids to do. I mentioned they burn energy. You've got the Ballosity, which is the pretty good sized ball pit that occupies my kids for a good 45 minutes, and then they'll wander off and then they'll come back again. And you've got the arcade, right? And you've got the bumper cars. All those are really reasonably priced. I think the bumper cars are 2 rides for $5 or something like that. And right, you've got a lot going there, and you got the individual smaller kids party rooms where you can have an 8-year-old's birthday party or a 6-year-old birthday party, and then all the kids bowl. They get some tokens for the arcade and things like that, right?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, the bumper cars are great for all ages. You have to be at least 42 inches tall to ride, and it is one person per car. So the kids got to be a little bit taller. But even some of the kids from Skidmore come over, and they love riding riding the bumper cars, playing in the ball pit. So it's really for all ages. And I don't know the last time you've been on bumper cars, but it's a lot of fun. And that's the same thing with bowling is people don't do it. And then when they do it, you say, wow, that was a really great time. We got to do that again.
You don't know the last time I've been on bumper cars. My girls don't let me just watch. I got to be out there on the bumper cars with them. So it's probably been about 5 weeks at most, but they love it there. They love it. So folks, if you need to get the kids out of the house, and outside or another indoor option is not feasible, and there aren't that many indoor kid options to burn energy here in Saratoga and the immediate surrounding area. Yeah, you've got the trampoline places up off exit 18, place up in Queensbury to do some other things. But right here in Saratoga, and I'm sorry if I'm selling a business short. Please tell me if I am. I don't know, at least an all ages kind of thing or a many ages kind of thing, from toddler up to really tweeners, and obviously the teams have some fun as well with the bowling and so forth. So I mean, Strike Zone is it for me. It's not your father's High Rock. I had to slip High Rock in there because you mentioned the other day that I forgot it was called High Rock at one time because it was when I first moved here. You got a sports bar there with the NFL ticket, which I've done that in my rare times that I get to play adult and watch a football game for 3 hours. I have done it there, and you got great visuals, good staff, hardworking staff too. And you got a kitchen. Nick, is there anything I'm missing on obviously bowling? Call first, right? Because you might have leagues, but you get plenty. You guys have never told me no. You might have told me wait an hour because the leagues are winding down. But that would be some advice, right?
I would always call first. And just keep in mind that bowling's a sport for everyone. I'd like to think of Mondays as a perfect example. Monday morning at 9 a.m., we have a senior group that comes in and bowls. After the seniors, we have the school kids from Saratoga High School do their gym classes here. Then we have Special Olympics that come and bowl after the gym classes are done. After Special Olympics, we have the high school bowling teams that come in. And then finally, after those high school bowling teams, we have a competitive bowling league on a Monday night. So it's really for all ages, all abilities, and it's something that you can do as a family.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm just, as you know, I'm an unabashed fan of that place. 9 a.m. you open every day, is that right?
Every day at 9 a.m. And that's one of the other things that sets us apart is the trampoline places and things like that open at 11 o'clock most of the times. We're here bright and early.
Good point. Do you still have the Sunday morning special, the family special for Sundays?
Yep. You just have to start before 11 a.m.
And that's, if I recall, that's some bowling, the shoes, a pizza, some soda. Is that right?
Yeah, it's an hour and a half of bowling, everybody's shoes, 8-cup pizza, and a pitcher of soda for $69.95.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. That's great as well. Hey, Nick, thanks for joining us. I'm as you know, I'm excited about that place. And folks, if you haven't checked it out, especially the VIP room, that was a bit of a secret before I finally, you told me about it the one day, and I was like, show me this room. And so keep that in mind for a party, folks. Take care, Nick. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you, Dan. Have a great day.